team scoring. Enemy team scoring. Enemy team scoring. Enemy team scoring.
Jumping in momentarily. GGz to join us. He'll be with us in 2 seconds. Literally here in 2 seconds. He is here right now. We've got Nemesis versus TSM. We're continuing to cover Druk definitely. As Pool B will continue. We see the Europeans going up against TSM. Unfortunately, only came off the back of that loss earlier on our main stage against FaZe.
You call, I answer.
That's what I'm here. Good to have him. Triple cap here for Nemesis at the start, which is no surprise if anyone is aware of Nemesis and Strongholds and how good they are at this particular game type. They have been running through teams in the build-up to this. Of course, coming off the back of the boot camp as well, which had some great results for them. Certainly would have built the confidence.
As you said, huge matchup in this pool, and just feels like every single match in pool play is going to be huge, but specifically within this series, you look, as we talked about during our opening match of the day, anything and everything that happens in this pool will not only impact, of course, where these brackets go, but it feels like we'll just have like impact in terms of how these teams' tournament runs are put together here. 2 dead momentarily for Nemesis, but they lead here 77-31.
Yeah, they can keep that scoring going as well. Taulek does have the camo here for TSM, so for him to get back into this game, as Snipedrone just absolutely dumps on him out of nowhere. And that is going to mean the camo is not going to have any effect on this next passage of play. TSM do get that next sniper rifle, however, but they're going to have to do some work here on to see. But Glory spots out Manny here, and now it's just about preservation, keeping that snipe in their hands.
Still 2 dead. Still, however, quite a good lead. TSM looking to go A-B here. Should be able to off of this Manny snag. And we'll see the pressure coming in now. Nest and Pillars. See if they can hold.
Padrone goes down. Otherwise known as Snipedrone, incorrectly still to this day. Spoke to him earlier, he actually did confirm it's Padrone.
It is, right?
Great shot there from Manny, bottom middle, but that's only going to make it a 2v2 on the map at the moment. A and B still in the control of TSM, just looking for the hole. WuTum bounces up and then crashes back down thanks to that bullet coming from the sniper rifle here of Manny.
Still alive and still patrolling. He's picked up a whole bunch of kills, and more importantly for him in the squad, as he gets even more damage. It's 84-68, so they're right back in this. It's a solid 30-point lead coming out of TSM.
Nice little run for them here. Double push onto B coming in from Nemesis. They want to try and get a little bit of control here in terms of attention away. Flanking it bottom middle as well. Pressure on this shot. Pressure. What pressure, in the words of Chloe Kelly, as Taulek will find 2. And that will be continued scoring here as Nemesis will be 3 dead. This is a triple cap here for TSM that's going to be locked in.
Good company there for Taulek, and the best in the world. The Lioness is here. WuTum will be the first to fall. This would be a big win. If they can get 3 dead, they do indeed. Nemesis now not only 3 dead, but also trailing in the game. What a comeback from TSM. About a 40-point run here and counting now.
TSM just continuing to keep this triple cap in. It's been a kind of an exchange of triple caps. And this one is continuing to be very, very strong at the moment. Nemesis finally spawning in a B and putting some numbers onto it to try and flip and slow the scoring. They look at the flip, but SoulSnipe can't find any space. The Snipedrone is going to be hunted down by 2 players here. So Nemesis have been split spawned about 4, 5, 6 times in a row in the last 30 or 40 seconds. It's been a really, really rough run for them.
TSM taking advantage of every opportunity. They will now flip AB yet again and start scoring. It feels like, as you said, just putting all the pieces together. They've not only found the 2 dead, but now with the camo, they're going to look to extend this for a 3-4 dead simultaneously. A killing frenzy for SoulSnipe here, and they have retaken the stage, and even though they found themselves on the receiving end of a 3-1 defeat on the main stage, looking pretty strong here in game number 1.
16 and 8. It was 16 and 7 just before he went down there as well. And it was, think about where this run began. So when Manny got that sniper rifle, decided not to challenge a stronghold that was being converted, just escaped with it. By doing so,
oh my gosh,
goodness, everything's going well for TSM in the last few moments. They really have put this run together. SLG's going to have this 1v1, but he already took that first shot damage from Taulek, making that very, very comfortable win for him. Snipedrone can't get the trade either. And Nemesis have been in the blender for the last 2 minutes of this game.
It just continues as well. Here comes SoulSnipe flying in with numbers here at 16 and 8, as we said, and just getting great movement. Just look at the angles. It's such a tough kill, and even with the extra damage and the nade, it's not enough from Snipedrone. He will live to tell the tale, and it's still 2 dead. It feels like it's been 2 dead, as we said, for about 3.5 minutes, which is punishing, and unsurprisingly, as a result, 212 to 85.
Yeah, home stretch here in Nemesis. You're looking across the board at the moment. 6 and 15 for SLG, 10 and 13 for WuTum, 10 and 16 for Snipedrone, and Glory, 5 and 12. Not good. Not good when it comes to being able to get map control. SLG, a little bit of help comes in. Snipedrone doubles up. That's a really, really big push. An important couple of wins coming in to put TSM 3 in the death screen. This is an opportunity now for Nemesis to at least make this game a little bit more respectable. Because one more mistake here, and TSM will be closing out game number 1.
Target-rich environment here for Snipedrone. And unfortunately, in one of those, you can get triple teamed, and that's exactly what happened. 2 dead for both sides, but with TSM now at 224 and 3 dead, B should flip here, and maybe only 1 or 2 more holds left.
WuTum runs in and gets the reset here, but is it going to cost him his life? Yes, indeed. It felt like he was baited into that one a little bit by TSM. Desperation started to take effect, and now should be a comfortable flip here, and potentially the game. Oh, unless SLG wins that. And there's an opening at least, but camo in the hands of Druk. Glory's going to spot him out. Glory looking for the trade, gets the perfect instead.
And he didn't get that spike kill either.
So it's looking a little bit scary here, but Nemesis somehow holding on.
See what TSM should be able, to be able to finish B. Glory just hero modes once again, and you expect he'd finally get taken down. He does. It's 3 dead for Nemesis, and now we see A and B flipping.
B goes over to TSM. A will follow, and phonetically, that is AB. Now in the control of TSM. 232 and rising. This should be, if they pick up a couple of kills here, the game going their way. Yeah, especially a little bit of extra damage or a little bit, a pick or 2 here, as you allude to. Really could be it. WuTum going to have to pressure. He's going to have to fly through. He gets a lot of help, though. Not over. 4 dead. 4 dead.
Okay, well.
For Team Solo Mid. And Nemesis with a triple cap. And everybody spawning together and damage down. This ain't done yet. Hold on to anything that is hanging.
Taulek gets wiped, should be a stick. Yes, 3 dead. SoulSnipe last player alive. Where does he make the play? It's going to be an A flip. Just try to stop the bleeding, but WuTum's going to fly in the contest. And they get the stop. A will continue scoring. Finally, a spawner will now be working on C here. We'll see what they can do. They all spawn together at C. They will get it immediately. Let's see where they push out.
So AB hold. TSM are all on the map. First pick is important here, and it's going to be going the way of Nemesis. So what looked like a foregone conclusion is now a story without an ending. 3 dead for TSM once again. They're going to go for another triple cap here, and even with 243 points, TSM might have thought they had this one wrapped up.
A will start to flip, unsurprisingly. Eyes on B now. We'll see where the push comes out.
Spot. Again, no trade in this situation. Nemesis keep their numbers.
And they're split. They're split. Presence at B end now at top mid. Let's see what they. Here's the play. These next picks are going to decide if Nemesis has a chance.
Taulek down. One spawn has just come up. Druk was the last alive from the first wave. It looks like attention's going to turn towards B here. Very smart decision making actually from Glory. He wants to get this finished. Gets the reset as well. Keeps WuTum alive.
Yep.
It's a 3v3, but C is being flipped.
And B.
SLG needs to hit a shot here. The reset does come in though.
This is a good angle. Good angle.
It's 1. Finds 2. Third's on the nest. He's wiggling. He's weaving.
They should get it, though.
Snipedrone is searching. We'll get this kill onto Manny. The flood is going to come in from A, though, towards B. It's going to be a scrap for B here.
Good damage.
As the reset comes in and the camo is still in the hands of Snipedrone.
Bottom mid push, and going to be a cuts push as well. WuTum need to try to stay alive. A lot of responsibility here.
Oh, it's a really big push coming in from TSM. They get them 4 dead, and that might just be it. Nemesis do everything they can to keep this game going, but in the final moments, it feels like that one push from TSM should be enough for them to close this game out. A will be flipped, but they're not going to be able to reach B, and that will be TSM taking game number 1. Oh, it's good to be back, everybody. Welcome to the B stream, the most cozy, convenient, lovely, loving stream that there is at the Halo Championship Series. My name is Mark Hatcher, otherwise known as Onset. Alongside me is Andy Dudinsky, known better to the Halo community and the community at large on Earth as Bravo. Andy, game number 2 here. Nemesis down by 1. TSM with a great run in the previous game to put them up by 1.
I just want to welcome the Earth community. Great to have all you Earthlings with us. And also, in addition to that, you're right, this is a cozy stream, and I hope everyone watching at home, whether you're watching maybe on a mobile device, PC, maybe a television, I hope you have the right snacks, and I hope you have the right beverages to just be cozy and enjoy.
Also, just want to make sure not to exclude our intergalactic community. Should anyone be tuning in, we unfortunately can't say where you might be listening or watching or what device you might be, because that technology is way beyond our scope. But a 3-3, a tight start here on this game number 2.
I do like the idea that there are intergalactic species that are watching this either in the future or in the past. I don't really know the time map on that, but that are watching this just for the pure novelty to see Halo Esports in its final year of Halo Infinite.
These silly humans. Anyway, 7-3 is going to be the score. A really good start here for Nemesis in this game. TSM struggled to get convincingly on the map in the last few moments, although they might have an opportunity here as all of a sudden the game is brought into a 2v2 situation. Players on the pink tower for TSM, Nemesis controlling the car side, which is something they've been kind of working on, I think, as a team in these Slayer game types, is being able to patrol the gens and work between the flags. Pretty effective so far, but 2 dead, make that 3 dead for Nemesis, has made this a tie game.
And Glory, last player alive. See what he can do. Looks like in the util he'll have the cover that he needs at least to have some spawning teammates and maybe fly right back out. But unsurprisingly, neck and neck here in the Slayer. 10-8 though. TSM will pick up 2.
Snipedrone finds 1 onto the weak player that was just escaping from the Manny. Might be next. GloryGGz, the Irishman, finds his kill. Finds a second as well. Good listening skills coming in from the young man. He might be able to turn it into triple. Looks at SLG to try and keep him alive. A couple of TSM players chasing down this kill. Glory just holding his position, holding the line, and he's done a great job of not just outputting damage, but keeping SLG alive as long as he could. Unfortunately, SLG falls. TSM back with the numbers. SoulSnipe returns to the 4 and finds that plasma pistol is still as potent as it was before.
He knew that eventually Taulek comes around and cleans it up. I gotta say, I like the presence there from Glory to know that exactly, by the way, amazing shots here coming in from Manny on WuTum. That will extend the TSM lead, but I like Glory's positioning there. He always knew when the pinch was coming. He's able to deal a lot of damage before finally getting taken down, but they need to be careful because TSM now up by 5, and this is where we talk about Slayers getting dangerous, right? If you keep the game within 4, you're keeping it within a team wipe, but oh my, bait and switch. 2 dead for Nemesis, 2 dead for each side, still a 5-kill game.
Yeah, that was the switches of the bait and switches we've seen in quite some time. Excellent switching proficiency coming out of Nemesis, but it's not really doing them much good right now as they still are trailing this game by 5. Taulek again, by the way. Taulek is 11-2, 11-3, excuse me. The record books will be revised as he finds another death.
But man, Taulek just feels like I put him right now in the class of player along with, you might even say, a Snipedrone, to be honest, right? Cannot be ignored. Continues to get better and better. And I feel like there's a few names that we're talking about. Even you could say the same about Renegade, of course. Slightly different tier if you talk about event win experience. But all these players, feels like for this kind of finale of Halo Infinite and these last really events and also just even the last year, you could say, just continue to get better and better. Taulek 11-4. What numbers from him already?
On the other side, it's Snipedrone, his counterpart, who's 12-5 for Nemesis, who's been the shining light. Very similar across the board.
fitting, right? That, like we said, these two players are, you keep hearing about them in the desk and on casts, and awfully fitting that they're 12-6 and 13-4 right now.
Yeah, Nemesis just playing a little bit slow when they felt like they had a damage advantage on the map momentarily, and now TSM have a pinch on these last two players alive. SLG wins a 1v1 that really he had no right to do, and somehow gets the second kill, so only somewhat of a miracle situation from SLG. Keeps the numbers somewhat even and allows Glory to get out potentially with this camo and certainly keep it out of the hands of TSM. It will be burnt top middle. It's still a 5-kill advantage, but honestly, Nemesis maybe pick the pace up a little bit when they do get an advantage, such as the one they have now with 2 kills once again going to SLG.
See if they can keep this within reason. Let's not forget they were down by 6 earlier, and now just like that, only down by 3. So have done really well to keep this game close, make it now only 2 here at 31-29. Nemesis looking to play spoiler. They want to tie this series up. They know just how much is riding on this single game too.
All of TSM just bunching up in and around the gen there, but the first pick from Snipedrone again. WuTum's going to be top pink, trying to find a little bit more information. Snipedrone escapes, thinks about not giving them the extra death. Big 1v1 here, Druk versus Glory. Neither player wants to take it because Taulek's won his own. WuTum now flying through to try and clean this kill up. Will be able to do so. Gets actually out of that situation with a triple kill, if I'm not mistaken, WuTum. And now we have a tie game at 34.
Wow. Nemesis not going to go down without a fight. Not easy to do in this game type. When you find yourself down by 5, it can really quickly get out of hand because all it takes is your first spawner or maybe your last alive starts to get a little bit of extra damage, and this map has such few escape routes compared to other maps that you can really let these games get out of hand. But instead, they now take the lead, 36-35.
Right at 37, SLG has been on a run, by the way. He's 10-10 in this game, but so many important individual and situations that he's got out of with a couple of kills that he didn't have the right to. Taulek backs down. I think he understands that SLG is on a little bit of a heater right now. SoulSnipe going to be the next to try and take that
the
fight.
shot!
He is not missing right now. SLG, Norwan Laguludek. Still can't pronounce his second name. That's what I've always gone with.
Wow. I mean, those shots, when you have SoulSnipe tried to nope out of that fight and like just tried to absolutely turn his head and run, and SLG didn't even let that happen, and as a result, 43-37. Nemesis can even slow play this if they want with a lead like that. 44 now. SLG picks up another one.
There's WuTum in the feed as well.
Wow.
45-37. Nemesis have been on a roll in the last few moments, and also going to give a shout out to Glory in this game. 6-6 when it comes to K&D, but
yeah,
look at the assist, 15. So he is doing a lot of damage across the map, and now with the camo in the hands of the Tomb, he is looking to bury TSM in this game number 2 and tie this series up. That should be a kill. That's 48, 2 to go down for Nemesis.
Wow, what a home stretch for Nemesis. I think if anyone was placing bets at the mid game, they would have bet that TSM with their 5-kill lead was probably going to run away with this one, and that is not the case at all. 2 to go for Nemesis.
Still going to find those 2 though. We know how difficult that can be sometimes in these situations. SLG flies out the bottom car. One player flies through bottom middle. That's going to be Taulek. Numbers advantage here.
Oh.
But Snipedrone with a well-placed grenade will find the 49th. And almost a second, even better placed grenade finds the 50th. But still one to find here for Nemesis. It's going to be Glory. He gets it. 7, 7, and 15 assists for Glory in that game. But the standout Snipedrone, 18 and 10 for him.
We got a series on our hands.
A tied series, Andy. We're here to provide truth and truth only. This is a live game 3 of the series. Nemesis versus TSM. The ruse has been foiled. We will not be fooled, Andy. We're back.
I'm not here just for truth. I'm here for truth and reconciliation. We're underway. Series tied 1-1 between TSM and Nemesis. Just want to thank you for joining us. If you're hanging out on the B stream, it's a pleasure to have you here. Pool B hotness once again. This is a match that could easily be, if we're honest, a main stage match. TSM versus Nemesis, and unsurprisingly, we're tied 1-1.
Rockets are up, and Druk is going to grab them and try and finish off SLG without using one. SLG being a cheeky nuisance, and at the end of things,
wow, the burns.
Druk with a 0-2 with the Rockets, but most importantly, SoulSnipe is keeping that flag running. A 2v2 situation on the map. The thrust will keep him alive, but only for him to thrust his way in towards a fragmentation grenade. That will be disposed at his feet and other limbs by a man named Glory.
Rockets burned in the end. It's a pretty good force of the burn. See if they can make something happen on this run as a touch. When it's WuTum running the flag, it always looks like a work of art. Actually, anything on this POV looks like a work of art, especially when compared to the speed at which I turn.
And he famously uses the 0.5 sensitivity.
Slowest
Custom
of slow. And then I also seek out slow turn controllers.
Yeah.
2 dead here for TSM on the flag run. See what WuTum could do. Anchoring, and this flag is going to come all the way home. Glory puts the first one in, and Nemesis strikes early.
Yeah, this is a pretty classic start for Nemesis. They love these elbow runs. They're very efficient with them. And this has been a game type they've actually had a lot of success in, one of their stronger ones for sure. But SOG with his snipe is going to have to reload that thing because no more bullets are left and no more members of a Nemesis are alive in the next few moments as well, as they will be 4 dead. And Manny, he's got a chance to hit some spawn shots.
Ooh. Snipedrone.
Aim for the toes.
Good aggression off the rip. Those nades will connect. 3 dead. SLG is your last player alive. He's elbow side. They should be able to take him down. Spawner in play. Glory, if he gets one here, that'd be big. Looks like he should be taken down. Should be, but he's buying a lot of time.
He's buying
ages.
I'm going to say, Andy, too much time.
Ages. What a play from Glory to stay alive. And 3 dead for TSM. Ladies and gentlemen, a masterclass on how to, as the first spawner. By the way, he spawned back flag. Didn't even have a good spawn.
Yeah.
He ducks under 2 snipe shots. By the way, those snipe shots you could argue should have connected. However, as a first spawner, geez, the shots coming in once again from him now, too.
2 dead.
What a series of plays from Glory to stay alive like that.
2 dead. And by running it silver, they can trap the rest of TSM over on the snipe side here. Rocket's coming up in a few seconds' time as well.
Down,
but Taulek on the snipe side win their fights.
Last player alive.
And that will be a comfortable return, you would imagine.
4 dead.
Coming in a counter cap opportunity now, as this time it's something that I can talk about professionally, which is Nemesis fluffing their lines.
What a return, what a run. Thought that flag was going to be good as gold, but instead, Taulek brings it in. We're tied now 1-1.
Tied up at Uno's. 9 minutes just over left on the clock. Impressed by that?
Yeah, I am. Also, it's amazing how little of this game, you pointed out earlier, has been played on the snipe side, right? Yeah. It has been all about trench as well as top rockets. We've seen a few players get over to snipe, almost only out of necessity. But so much of this game just being played on the rocket side of the map. Here's a pull.
3 dead. Snipedrone last alive, and he's bottom middle.
Good
so this
slide.
is not looking good for Nemesis. WuTum finds one off the respawn, though, onto Druk. That forces Taulek to change his attention back to the spawners before they think about running this flag. 2 dead for TSM, 2 dead for Nemesis.
Taulek's trying to make kind of bait this out.
Running this.
Flag is going to continue running. Here they go.
SoulSnipe with the flag in his hand and a S7 alongside it. That's going to be 2-1 now to TSM. Very good prioritization of what kills are important there.
Yeah.
WuTum pokes. Survives.
Did he body Druk?
Yeah, I think it's.
I think he might have. Might have body Druk. Gotta say, I love the play from Taulek to throw that flag grass and then just slay a bit. Even though he was taking damage from a few different angles, you could tell the team was able to kind of slay around that. It's not every day you see that exact run. Pressure coming in, though, from Nemesis.
SLG's going to challenge. Not hitting those shots. It's going to cost him 3 dead. And here's the elbow run once more. Down the trench towards bottom middle. Spawners have been struck, but TSM, you can see, already made a little bit of progress up the map here. So Glory probably thinking about what spawners he's going to try and influence and stop.
2-2.
Well, he's done enough because 2-2 means that next flag will win.
Man, this series, we knew it would. Like, we knew this whole pool would deliver, but this series, once again, has just delivered. Like, the fact that we're tied 2-2 here in a series, already tied 1-1. We knew just how important this was going to be. Nemesis series later, of course, against FaZe later is going to be big. Lots to look forward to, but unsurprisingly, you cannot separate the teams in this pool. It's amazing to watch.
Scary moments here for Nemesis, though. They're trapped inside of their base. They're trying to bait TSM in to trade some kills out. Now they can progress up the map a little bit, but only a touch. Snipedrone is going to be spotted out here, trying to wrap back to his flag, but SoulSnipe is going to be able to wrap in here as Manny finds another kill. Snipedrone actually does a great job to escape all the way through the window. Now comes back and gets one, but it's going to be 3 dead momentarily. SLG's bottom middle.
Good from SLG.
Flag was moving. Flag is grooving.
I think they stopped it. They got the stop, dude.
But SLG looking to pooping, which doesn't rhyme. He's going to find one, though, and that's going to slow that flag down.
Snipedrone staying alive on flag bridge is massive. He gets that 1 pick, and in doing so, it paves the way for SLG to get the 2nd kill, by the way, from bottom mid. Not an easy angle to do it. And then they get the stop. Really nicely done from Nemesis. They did not have the advantage, and now they've got a big opportunity.
All these rockets could be game-changing, potentially game-winning, potentially series-leading. 3 dead for TSM. Snipedrone's running this one. 4 dead for TSM. There was 1 rocket down.
Yeah, where's that rocket
on the elbow side. If they spawn elbow, Snipedrone might find out about that, but I think too much damage is being done to the respawners here. No one in position for TSM.
Boom.
And Nemesis will take game number 3. They are up 2-1 in the series. They have turned this series around. The age-old question, what comes after Game 3? Well, the answer stays the same. It's Game 4 between Nemesis and TSM in what could be the conclusion of this series here in Pool B. Nemesis with a 3-2 win on Origin captured the flag. Very good back-and-forth game, that one, but now we've got some oddball, Andy.
Let me ask you this. If Nemesis wins this series here, would you call this, I know on the seeds it would be an upset, would you call it an upset in terms of overall matchup?
I think this is such a 50-50 matchup. It's difficult
I agree.
to call it either way.
I agree. I think calling it an upset would be a little bit of a disservice potentially to either team with whoever wins. You know what I mean? Yes. I think this is, I agree, a matchup worthy of simply fantastic Halo. And I think to use the seeds as the determining factor of who should win it, I think is the incorrect approach. So that's kind of what I was thinking as well. It's an early lead for TSM. Oh, okay.
2 dead for TSM. 1 dead on the side of Nemesis. A little bit of a slender lead, like you mentioned, for TSM. A little bit of early oddball time is always greatly appreciated by all players and teams. But now it's Nemesis, who somehow or other managed to scarf the ball away from themselves. Trapped in the pipes. 3 dead for Nemesis as TSM will clean them out.
See what Taulek can do here. 2 players were dead. Keeps 2 dead with a nice finish on SLG. Clearly some good comms coming in from the side of TSM. Even more good damage as well. Might get away with this. Man, Taulek killing spree for him on the board, and he's holding down glass in a beautiful way. He's not done yet.
Bring around the posy. Apprentice being annoying. There's 2 dead here for Nemesis. As SLG somehow got into a position to trade that out. A little bit of help did come in, but more importantly, it's going to be TSM with a commanding lead now. 51 points. All of the last few moments we were watching from the POV of Taulek, TSM were gathering ball time.
Oh,
that's a stick. SLG, once again, being a little bit of a game changer here in certain situations. As Nemesis will, for the first time, get 3 members dead, make that 4, and it's that boy, Snipedrone, otherwise known as Snipedrone, who will find those kills.
Yeah, really nice shots from him. Takes down Taulek. Taulek already, by the way, 6-3 in this game, and it just feels like each and every game he's popping off. And Snipedrone, though, doing very good damage across the map. We'll keep 2 dead now and a momentary man advantage.
Now look at the score as well. Camo's just gone down bottom middle, so they should be able to collect that one. I don't know if they actually saw it.
SoulSnipe probably going to go for the grab. He does.
I think that Snipedrone just didn't know that the camo was down. It had been picked up by the player that he killed. So TSM will collect that camo. Nemesis trying to rotate away from that ball, and now the eyes become those of an eagle for Nemesis. No trade there for WuTum, but look at the score, 51-42. It's a much closer game now.
Snipedrone probably gets taken down here bottom A, you would imagine. And by staying alive, though, he creates a little bit of a pressure situation where Manny has to rotate out, but he does get out in time.
Yeah, he's last alive, and the spawns on glass for Taulek is at least going to give him some support here. But a lot of map control will go to Nemesis in the meantime. You can see that TSM decided to just throw that ball out, play for the fight. Snipedrone being annoying again on the batteries will be finally taken down by Druk. The first pick goes the way of TSM here in this team fight.
Still just a narrow game. What was a sizable lead has now just been reduced to 56-42. So really at the midway mark, it's essentially tied. One of those will be traded out with a lot of, sounded like extra Spartan audio in that scenario that I wasn't necessarily ready for emotionally.
That brings something up that we'll talk about afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's going to be a Glory this
time!
Oh,
almost.
With a shock rifle, and goodness me, did that send vibrations through every single part of my body. Lovely shot from him. 2 dead for TSM, but 3 dead for Nemesis, as now's an opportunity for TSM with the shock in their hands and the oddball down. Think about collecting a bit of time, but instead they're going to elect to re-slay here. With a lead, they have every right to do so.
SoulSnipe with a classic grapple shock. We'll see what he can do. Ball's going to be just played bottom middle, and to be honest, throughout all these passages of play, actually no ball time exchanged. Still just 56-42, and he's also taken down.
That's a really good kill from Glory, but he'll be traded out almost immediately. 3 dead for Nemesis once again. Snipedrone finds 1, but this camo from Manny should mean a little bit of oddball time. Yes, indeed, he's going to just throw that one back towards the map area that is controlled by TSM. And the pipes will have to be breached once more.
Probably wants to toss this off. I'm surprised they haven't swapped out so that Camo can at least get some angles here. Typically you'd want to do something like that, but it's working out for him. So I'm going to stop talking.
2v2. I don't disagree with you. Glory just baiting out that plasma pistol bolt. Shots coming in from Snipedrone as well. Again, leading the way in slays here for Nemesis. He's 11-7 on the other side. Hey, surprise, surprise, it's Taulek. 11-8. Those two going blow for blow in this series so far.
Yeah, like you said, It's amazing to watch them face off against each other. It feels like when you talk about two players that are in such promising points in their career where they have a lot, they already are so storied, but they have a lot more Halo yet to play. 2 dead for both sides. It feels like those two players are exactly that. We're about to see a tie game here.
Nemesis want to try and rotate this ball out. They're going to get a lead by a second and then throw that ball out bottom middle. Very, very smart play. Very established veteran play, actually, by Glory in that situation. Now goes back to get that kill. And having the lead just allows you to take a little bit of extra map and a little bit of extra time if you get those kills as well. 2 dead for TSM. And think about the lead that TSM had in this first round. It has evaporated to the point now where it's not just essentially a game that's a few seconds, but it's a game that's controlled by Nemesis.
Really nicely done. Look at this, still 2 dead. The rotation, they just bait the ball here. They grab for a second, they hold it stacks, and then WuTum comes back up C-plat on the quick jump. Really nicely done, and he's still rotating with them. And then get an easy play ball here if they need to. Really nicely done. Good time on the board.
WuTum gets the trade onto Druk as well, so they're just going to milk a little bit of extra time.
Uh-oh.
There's a beatdown. Keep holding that thing, Glory. Keep holding it. One more player's going to flood towards him. He'll get the trade there as well.
Nicely
and Nemesis,
done.
I'm pretty sure, spawned over towards the pipes as well. So they'll have control of where that odd ball is going to be going.
Ooh,
but they
this is big.
don't have control of the camo. They don't have control of the shock.
Big.
And they don't have control of Taulek as well. The man's off the leash.
Man, 118 left on the game clock. So camo shock in his hand here. TSM trailing by 20. This is truly a game in his hands. Let's see what he does.
SOG with a short back and sides in that situation. SOG almost turns it on its head. WuTum just trying to get a line of sight on the ball, but he'll get taken down by Manny. A little bit tunnel visioned on that odd ball. 55 seconds left here. Trade will be big. Oh my God, Snipedrone does even better. He gets that shock rifle out of the hands of TSM. And with 2 kills going the way of Nemesis here, they're getting closer and closer, second by second, to closing out this first round.
Really interesting they didn't pre-nade pipes there while they're checking bat ledge, and it cost him in the end. Snipedrone gets some help. And just like that, the baited ball continues. Now there's only 35 seconds left on the clock, and it's still a 19-point lead for Nemesis.
Little peek at a connection here from Snipedrone. Good pressure that on the shock rifle player coming in from Druk. It's going to be Taulek who gets a kill, but Glory answers back. Big headshot. And a second one as well from Snipedrone. That might just be the round. Does
what can Manny do?
Damage as well.
Oh, big kill again from SLG.
That was 3 dead momentarily for TSM. I think that no one is close enough to get that oddball, and that will be round 1 going to the Europeans. Nemesis will be up by 1.
Wow, big kill there in the end, and Nemesis. Big round for them, and we'll go ahead and see what the next round will have in store. How about Glory, by the way? 16-9 so far.
A lot of ball time as well.
Unbelievable from him, and now 17-11 from Snipedrone. Just huge numbers that are coming in. Let's not forget SLG also with 11 assists, and we'll see if they could do it again. They are 1 round away from closing out the series.
Yeah, TSM with some questions to answer here as well. Going into this pool, probably thought they were going to have, certainly not FaZe after the last event, but now they've got FaZe and Nemesis. And they've got SLG starting to take over as well. 3 dead for TSM momentarily. Spawners on the elevator. And Oddball still down as no one has real control enough for the numbers to get that ball back.
Oh my, little quick scopage from SLG. Not always the preferred mechanical method, but it worked and it looked pretty in that scenario.
That was 3 dead for TSM. The French 4 quick scope is of course Le quick scope.
Oh, here they come.
Oh, line them up. Line them up. Not going to happen. Big push coming in from TSM. 3-man send through the pipes. And Taulek cleans up this damage. So Nemesis trying to wrap this ball away towards blue, towards spawners. But I think just the timing is starting to hurt them as the kills will be picked up time and time again by TSM, who now grab that odd ball and might have a setup of their own.
Pressure coming in from control once again. WuTum's going to try to cut this down with stacks, but a lot of presence here from TSM. It will not be easy to breach. A little bit of free time here. Obviously, Nemesis slowing down, putting together a full push, and here it comes.
Yeah, good map control here for Nemesis, but good damage outcoming from TSM. Really big wins, though. There's numerous, all 3 of those.
Wow.
Fights that went the way of Nemesis, and they were the kind of fights that we were seeing. Just 1 bullet the difference. And all of the one by Nemesis, they had that ball back, and they will now extend their lead.
So I said it was going to be tough to breach. In the end, it wasn't, because the timing and the push was perfect from Nemesis. Really impressive. It felt like TSM was not only going to tie the game, but likely go into a lead there with that long haul push. But the timing of the Nemesis push, I love how they took just one or two extra seconds to make sure you have that player in gold and glass at the exact same time that you have sneaky pressure, and it was timed perfectly. Now they have a sizable lead, way over double the score. Ball will be played.
So G last alive. Takes on Taulek. He's trying to get away with that camo. I think he wanted to win that fight and then just burn that camo, but unfortunately does neither, and that gives the oddball, the camo, and Taulek another opportunity here to put some slays on the board and bring this score even closer.
How fitting. I mean, we want to see this, the series and this game, of course, as neutral fans, go the distance, and now the game is within 10, the round, excuse me, 21-15 still for Taulek here. We'll see what they can do as they're about to potentially take the lead in the next few moments.
So G has no idea the camo's here. Elsewhere, numbers will be evened up, but it seems like Nemesis has actually managed to sneak through and break the setup and get the oddball back in their hands. So maybe a frustration, a little bit of a miscommunication or something there from TSM, because only one kill happened there and they still had camo. And Nemesis were able to breach through, get that ball, and now it's 3 dead for TSM.
Yeah, and also really good nades coming from long, and then like the delayed insta as well kept that camo at bay. But as I agree, something at long haul or glass that we didn't see on screen definitely was a little bit of a breakdown, and as a result, now TSM's paying the price. It's going to be Nemesis nearly doubling their score.
Nemesis getting into a playball position as well, and Glory's position very interesting, staying up pipes in this situation. So it looks like Nemesis is set up not just for some ball time here, but potentially for a playball regrab, should they need to, after a playball is forced. But 70 points on the board, 2 dead for TSM. They might be thinking about winning this right here.
I think they are.
4 dead.
4 dead at the 74 mark, and I'm not going to lie. Anyone who's played this game type enough knows that that means the pressure is on. They're going to have to fly out of A straight into control. SLG, a lot of pressure here.
Trying to pre-nade a couple of spots that he's expected to find members. That first pick is massive, though.
Look at this
The
from
second
SLG.
one could be even bigger. Oh my, WuTum does it for him. It is front row seats to WuTum and that shock rifle, and it's front row seats to the Europeans taking down TSM. Nemesis win the game, Nemesis win the series 3-1. And boy, oh boy, is that a standout performance from them.
What a statement indeed, and this makes the pool all the more interesting. Plenty more action coming up, not only on this stream, but every single stream across HCS Salt Lake City. Don't go anywhere. More Halo coming up after this.